This paper is a theory paper where my colleague Stefan Cote and I decided we were going to take an inventory. What do we know about social class and figure out what is the effect not just of being in a specific social class, but like transitioning between different social classes over the course of one's life? And how does that shape the organizational experiences that a person might have who's made those types of transitions? We find there's really strong arguments to be made that people who come from different social class backgrounds and have transitioned either upward or downward, people from lower class who've moved upward or upper class and moved downward, will have experienced a lot of different things that make them essentially a multicultural person. People who've transitioned from one social class to another have this very rich, what we call cultural toolkit, that is way of relating to a whole bunch of different people. That makes them able to relate to these groups that otherwise might not relate to each other. And in that way, these people can kind of be the glue of organizations if they choose to be. There's reasons for people to do it because it can create a much more hospitable climate, much more inclusive climate, but it also could potentially burn out the poor transitioner who is trying to do that work because they're having to do a lot of things that aren't an official part of their job. If you want people who come from lower social class backgrounds and have moved up, or higher class backgrounds and moved down, they probably are going to bring a really great toolkit to your organization for relating to people across a bunch of different cultural barriers, but you need more than one. If the responsibility for doing those blending behaviors or the teaching and learning that goes across different cultural boundaries that is so useful that you're hoping to get, if one person's responsible for that, they're likely to get burned out very quickly. And you're going to want to bring in a number of people for that.